just makes me feel like these are men that truly want to be women when you will never be a woman ever in your life. You need to stay in your lane. Because that's then what this comes down to. This ain't got nothing to do with you being transgender no more. Because if you wanted to be transgender, okay, cool, be transgender. Why do you want to sit up here and receive the accolades of a biological woman when you are not that? You're not that.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
See, hoes don't like me.
What is up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing why do transgender women want to compete with biological women. I came across a video on my suggested feed that I would like to react along with you guys.
Women's track in California. An unhappy parent was caught on video heckling during the meet. That's a boy! That's a boy! That's a man, man!
You know what? Whoever the parent is, I am happy you said that, because I literally would have did the same thing. I would have did the same thing. I would have said that's a man. That's not a woman. Y'all sitting here. That's not a woman. It's not even. Okay. He said that's a man.
Despite Donald Trump's executive order, this nonsense continues. Here you see a transgender softball pitcher who has been dominant in Minnesota. Despite that, it seems like the rebellion only grows. These ladies are one by one refusing to participate in shot put because of a transgender athlete on the opposing team.
Yes. Yes.
Transgender competitor. We see you take a knee, and then the official comes over. What did you say?
Like, yes. Like, can we?
Official at that point.
Initially, I told them that I was refusing defense because this person is a man and I am a woman, and this is a women's tournament, and I refuse to defense on principle.
We don't always get dramatic video as a result. Third college volleyball team refuses to compete against transgender opponent, forfeiting game.
Yes.
The truth is, this is
Yes.
the most effective way for women to fight back.
Yes.
And more big-name sports figures are speaking out. Here's Charles Barkley.
Men should not play sports against women. If anybody think that, I think they're stupid. I just think it's wrong, period.
Kirk Herbstreit, the host of College Game Day, responded to the question, should men be in women's sports, with, of course not. Ridiculous question.
You had to know that when you put that tweet out, there was going to be a reaction. Come on. You had to know.
I didn't give a shit, though. I don't really give a shit at all. Like, I'm done giving any shits at all.
Thank you.
About any of it.
Thank you.
Way more positive than negative. I'm sure people were upset about it. I think it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't have a daughter. I have 4 sons. If I had a daughter, I'd probably be way more outspoken about the discussion.
Even California Governor Gavin Newsom apparently sees the light. Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that.
Even though this is in California. But of course, it isn't his fault, you see.
It turns out in 2014, years before I was governor, there was a law established the legal principles that allow trans athletes in women's sports.
So while this kind of stuff does keep on happening, the tide is most certainly turning.
Okay, so I don't know if this was the same video that I had saw, but I saw something along the lines of basically it was just a biological woman. She was basically refusing to stand next to a transgender woman when it came down to like receiving their medals or something like that. She refused to stand next to her due to the context of the situation, which inspired me fully to go ahead and create this video. And it definitely makes me feel good to see biological women standing our ground when it comes to certain situations like this, because I definitely understand the LGBTQ and whatever other letters they have added on into the mix. I'm not even trying to be funny, but this shit is really starting to get fucking ridiculous. Excuse me, and it's starting to get fucking annoying at this fucking point. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, I understand it, I get it. You want people to respect your sexuality. Great, but I don't think it's fair for you to go ahead and to forcefully put yourself in spaces that you don't belong in due to your own personal beliefs. I don't think that that is fair. I wrote a couple of notes down, obviously, and basically the point that we are discussing in this video is why is it that transgender women want to compete with biological women when you guys are not one and the same? Why do you think it's fair? Why do you think it's fair when you know it's not fair? Like, okay, you want people to respect you, respect your sexuality. We've already done that. But now why do you want to take it a step further by putting yourself in places in which you know you don't belong in? That's what I would like to know. So the first point that I would like to make is transgender women are a danger to biological women in numerous ways. And this needs to be spoken about because our lives, biological women's lives, are at danger due to transgender women wanting too much proximity amongst biological women. One of the ways that they are dangerous to our existence is by simply trying to compete with us and replace us simultaneously, like with the present example that we see here. Okay, not only are they trying to compete with us in spaces that were created and meant for us, they are also trying to replace us within these places in which they are competing with us against, or competing with us for, you know what I'm saying. They're literally trying to replace us. You feel me? That's why it's dangerous for us to really, or for us as biological women, to give them proximity to us, because they are then now, because this is now trickling down to a situation to where you don't want to be your own person. You're trying to literally and physically become someone else. Literally, you don't want to be transgender woman. You want to be a woman. You're not a woman. You are not born that way. You're not a woman. You feel what I'm saying? So with that being said, I just feel like it's not fair for you to compete in spaces in which it's not meant for you to compete in, and also try to simultaneously replace us, because that is essentially what you're doing. Instead of creating a space for your own, your type. I'm not going to speak how I really feel about transgender people, about the LGBTQ, whatever the fuck, the LGBTQ. I'm not going to like express how I really feel, because I am not going to be ignorant on this platform, just saying whatever I want to and then hurting you guys' feelings when I know that I have the potential to do that, but I'm not going to do that. However, I am going to speak how I feel in a very considerate way, and also be assertive while doing so, because I don't have to pussyfoot about these certain type of situations, especially when it affects my life. It actually affects my personal life, so I don't have to sugarcoat for you. I really fucking don't, especially not for a woman that's not even a woman. You're not a woman. You're not a real woman. So I don't. And because of the fact that that is true, does that make me wrong? Does that make me wrong because of the fact that I say the things that are actually factual? Because if I say you're really not a woman, am I wrong for saying that? But it's true. But it's true though. But I'm wrong because I said it though. But let me stick to the point. So that is one of the ways in which they are dangerous to our existence. Number two, they are also they are also dangerous to our existence, because some people may actually mistaken transgender women for real biological women when they choose to act irrational with the male gaze, tarnishing our reputation by not making it clear of who and what they are, which is a transgender woman and not a biological woman. Okay, I remember seeing a video a few months back where I saw it was a black transgender woman, right? It was a black transgender woman. She was basically using Wi-Fi. I believe she was using Wi-Fi in a restaurant, and I believe that the authorities basically told her that she could not be sitting in that residency, just, you know, if she wasn't going to be having any service or, you know, getting any service or buying food or whatever, that she pretty much had to exit the premises. And she had a problem with that, and basically she started causing problems with the authorities as the transgender woman that she was, right? Now within this, and you know what's so crazy is that when I was watching the video, I already knew that this was not a real woman. I could tell by the way that, like, well, let me step back. In the midst of while her and the authorities were arguing, the transgender woman actually ended up running up to the cop, like trying to scare him or whatever. And it was very evident that was a man, and I knew that it was a man, especially by the way that whoever ran up on the authorities, and he just did all that so manly. And I was like, this is a man. And I already knew that was a man. Going to the comments, everybody knew that it was a man. But you know, the only people who actually didn't know that it was a fucking man, the authorities. They actually thought that was a woman. They actually thought that transgender woman was a biological black woman. And I felt very embarrassed. And I felt very like, I don't know. I just wanted to I don't know. I wanted to say through the screen, like, can you not tell if that's a fucking man, you fucking dummy? Like, what the fuck? And there's another way in which I'm saying that they are, like, actually dangerous to our existence. When you come on, a biological woman is not going to sit up here and run up on a cop. Come on now. Not in like so many, like, not in a common scenario, not in a normal scenario. No, we're not. Number one, because we're women. I'm not going to try to fight a man. Only another man is going to try to fight another man. I'm not going to try to do that because I'm not going to win that fight. Maybe I will, but in most cases, I'm not going to win that fight. Okay, I'm not. So that's what I was saying. I'm like, damn, this is actually detrimental for black women, because now you got these men thinking that we actually act this way and thinking that we will actually do this when this is not even who and what the fuck we are. This is a whole transgender fucking person. What the hell? And you sitting up here with these braids and yo fake titties with your strong muscular arms and shit. And they really thinking that this is black women in real life. This is not it. Like, I don't know, bro, whatever. Anyway, I also stated that based off of that scenario, off of that situation, it perpetuates belligerent behavior amongst real women, biological women, due to transgenders women irrational behavior of being transgender. Okay, and then my last point, trans women need to make it very clear, and they need to make it known of who and what the hell they are, period. Okay, identifying as a woman is not fair to biological women who are actually who and what we are, which is a biological woman, something transgender women are not. So why do you think that it is fair and okay to claim as such? Okay, that is the definition of obtaining what I would like to say and what I would pertain to as a identity crisis. That is the definition of obtaining an identity crisis that you want other people to indulge in with you, and I am certainly not going to do that, because that is then what this trickles down to. You having an identity crisis. Okay, you want me to here's the thing. Here is what I can do. I can acknowledge you based off of who and what the fuck you are. If you are a transgender woman, I have no problem referring to you as a transgender woman. I will say that she is trans woman. Okay? But you wanting to sit up here and identify as woman without putting the trans on it is detrimental to my existence, my biological existence as a woman. You cannot, nor should you be doing that. Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to claim something that you are not? Why do you want to be something that you are not? That you are not? That you are not? And I'm not going to get too deep into this because I don't got time to be hurting people's feelings, because clearly anything that I say will hurt anyone's feelings. So I don't have time. But let's stick to the facts. Me and a trans woman are not the same. That's factual. I don't have to argue that with you. That's facts. Period. Okay? So what you need to do is identify as what the fuck you are. And that's a trans woman, bitch. I don't have to refer to you as a biological woman when that's not what the fuck you are. I don't have to do that. Okay? So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for this video. I definitely do not believe that trans women should be competing in biological spaces. It just makes me feel like these are men that truly want to be women when you will never be a woman ever in your life. You need to stay in your lane. Because that's then what this comes down to. This ain't got nothing to do with you being transgender no more. Because if you wanted to be transgender, okay, cool, be transgender. Why do you want to sit up here and receive the accolades of a biological woman when you are not that? You're not that. You want me to sit up here and be like, oh, yeah, she killed that. Bitch, you're cheating. You're cheating, bitch. You're cheating. You need to go play with the men. The fuck, you still got that testosterone. You still got the motherfucking IQ and the I don't know what I'm doing. Bitch, you got shit that I don't have. Okay? You got the athleticism, bitch, that I can't match. That I don't have. Bitch. We don't compete the same, bitch. So therefore, there needs to be a category for transgender women, and it needs to be a category for you motherfuckers, okay? So therefore, you can stay in your goddamn lane, and you ain't got to sit up here bringing that confusion and that identity crisis on to everybody the fuck else, because we don't got to deal with that shit. I don't got to deal with that shit. And I want us to continue doing what the fuck we're doing, because guess what? If it was me, I would do the same thing. Bitch, I'm not competing with you, bitch. I'm not competing with you, bitch. We're not the same. I'm not. That's all I have to say for this video. If you have anything else additional that you would like to add, go ahead and leave me a comment below, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Deuces.
It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
See, hoes don't like me.